Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft 101. What are we on, like episode 7? Wild. Well, today it is time for us to make a trip to our end game destination. We've gathered up all of our nether supplies, we've got some awesome gear, and we've got some Eyes of Ender. And we're just gonna follow where it takes us.
might have guessed it, but the thing we're looking for is right behind me. This is the end portal, and this is why we needed a bunch of those Eyes of Ender. Are you catching a theme there? It's the end game. So, what you do is you slot them in by right-clicking the Eye of Ender into the portal frame. You'll need to fill, all 12 of those, and then you'll hear a crack of thunder, and this portal will activate. Now, you see that lava pool? You don't need to worry about that. But what you're gonna do is take a good leap of faith. You might want to set your spawn here. See that bed? Because you're gonna have to fight something on the other side. So, nothing to it but to do it. Well. Look at you. You freed the end. You might have noticed that this portal back here opened up. That is our way home back to the overworld. That won't open until you've taken care of that pesky dragon, so make sure you go in prepared. The other thing that happened when we got rid of that dragon was that thing appeared. Let me tell you more about it, but let's get up close. So once you've run home and used all the levels that that dragon gave you, you want to come back here. And on the return trip here, make sure you bring a couple trapdoors and plenty of blocks. You're going to be using those to bridge out over the void like here. And you're going to want to have a decent amount of inventory filled with just trash blocks you don't mind using to bridge. I'll show you in just a second why, but first we'll use this here, end gateway. So you'll want to have a block here and then a trap door here so that you can just get into the crawl space. Say if you don't have either of those, what you can do is you can just throw an ender pearl into one of these things. But I use the trapdoor since it's It doesn't hurt you, and you don't have to fight an Enderman for it. Once you're in the crawl space here, or once you're up next to it, just go ahead and on in, and it'll pop you out here. Now, you'll see another one of these gateways, and you'll find yourself in a new region. This is called the Outer Islands, and there's a couple things here that you should know. This is chorus fruit, which you can cook to make a special kind of block, or you can break the stem and get chorus fruit. And chorus fruit is very handy because you can eat it with a full food bar and it'll teleport you. The first part is very handy because beneath your actual food bar is a hidden saturation bar, and that's essentially the bar that has all of your energy in it. When you jump, when you break a block, or when you walk somewhere, you use up saturation. And when you run out of saturation, that's when the actual hunger bar goes down. So with a full hunger bar, you can have empty saturation. But with a full hunger bar, you can eat more chorus fruit and fill up that saturation, meaning you'll regenerate way more hearts right away if you take damage. So it's helpful for that. The other thing it does is it'll teleport you a short distance. It's almost as if you're an Enderman. Now, you don't have to worry, this will never teleport you off of the map. It'll just teleport you to a perfectly safe location within range. If you're running around while you eat this, you do retain all of your momentum, so just keep that in mind. It's a fun thing to have. Uh-oh, I've angered a local. Be aware that you might do that by just teleporting next to them, which is not ideal. Alright, so it's not just a barren void out here. What we want to take all of those blocks for is we're going to be using it to essentially be a wayfinding tool. We're going to use them to make little columns like I've done there, and then we're also going to take them and use them to bridge over the void. What we're looking for is a naturally generated bit of structures. And you may end up searching for a while. This place can be sort of maddening as it is also another infinite world. So just go in prepared that you'll be out here a while. It's not so dangerous if you've got good eye control. Keep your cursor either on the ground while you're maneuvering or up above, so that there's just no chance of having Enderman like he did right there. Just pass your cursor. So you, like that. What you want to do is keep it up so that they can't just walk by you. I've got good armor on, so he doesn't hurt me too much. But these guys can mess you up bad. And they're everywhere. So I'm going to run out here and carry on my way. I've already got a bridge started there, and you can see it just goes out into the nothingness. We're going to chase it down, and I will check back in when we've got something.
Alright. Well, here is one of the places we are looking for. This is called an end city. And I know it doesn't really look like a city. Normally there's a whole bunch of extra like towers connected to it. So we found just a tiny little one, and unfortunately it's not got the piece of equipment that we're gonna need. You'll be able to tell when you look at the end city if it's got what you're looking for. So I'm gonna keep trekking. I'll clear this thing out, see if there's any goodies in it, And then the search continues. City at the end of the game. So we've got new baddies right here to fight, and these guys are called shulkers. Now, shulkers shoot out a little homing projectile anytime that they pop out of their shell like that. And if you get hit by it, it gives you the levitation effect. Oh. Well, at least we have a good vantage point. There it is. That is what we are looking for right there. We are looking for an ender city with a sailboat. Those have a guaranteed chance, or it's guaranteed that you'll have the piece of equipment we're looking for. So let's head over there.
Welcome back. We are back at home base, and you might notice I sound a little different. My old mic gave out about halfway through the recording process of this episode. So I got a new one, and shouldn't change for a while. So thanks for waiting a long time for this one. It'll be worth the wait, hopefully. So we're back from our journey to the end, and we've got some fine spoils. You'll see the wings I've got here. And off camera, I actually went around and collected 4 more spare sets. And on top of that, we've got a load of useful tools and armor pieces, as well as some shulker boxes, which are these little things here. Now, shulker boxes are handy because you can pick them up, and you saw how it didn't drop everything. Like if I were to break this, all of these would drop out. Shulker boxes are chests that can go into your inventory. So with this one thing here, I've essentially doubled my inventory. Now, if you were wondering, it definitely works to put it in your ender chest. So we'll take a bunch of these like I've got here, and we'll probably have about 50 shulker boxes. Now that's more than we can put in here, so we'll definitely use them probably in here. Like we've got one other shulker box already holding some goodies we picked up from an ocean wreck. On top of all of this, what you want to do with the elytra wings is you'll take your levels that you get from the dragon, and unfortunately you can't enchant the elytra itself, but the enchantments you want on it, which you have to either get through books or through villagers, which you have to do with mending, is to get mending and unbreaking 3. So without unbreaking 3, you've got about 27 minutes of flight time, and with unbreaking 3, it's about, I think, 2 hours. It's pretty goofy. You'll usually go so long without it breaking that you'll forget about it and, well, fall out of the sky. But that's a problem for another time. Right now, our wings are pretty sturdy. That's also what an XP farm is good for. So anytime you go on a journey and come back, you just mend up your wings. Now what you see in my hand here is a rocket, or, well, just a firework. How you make that is you take some sugar cane, make it into paper, and then you take that paper and you combine it with gunpowder. Now you can increase the boost time you get on it by putting more gunpowder in it. Let's show you that. So right here you get flight duration 1, and this is the most bang for the buck. You just put 1 in here and you get a whole bunch. Now say you want something with a little bit more boost, you put 2 separate stacks and you get flight duration 2. You can do that one more time and get flight duration 3, but realistically, I feel like it's worth it to just do flight duration 1. You can get quite a bit of vertical space with this. I'll give you a little demonstration. So how you do that is you jump up in the air, and while you are off of the ground, you hit spacebar again, and this will deploy your wings. Once your wings are deployed, you'll see it's almost as if you're swimming through the air kind of thing. You'll see that you're at a different height level. You see how we hit the ground on that block rather than right here. So I'll show you like this. Let's go out here. You take your wings, you jump, and then hit space again, and you see how you kind of flatten out? That means you can glide. Now what you do with that, once you're gliding, you take rockets and you right click, and you're propelled through the air. Now this is my favorite way to get around, and it's one of the faster ways. But it's very much so an end game utility. Uh-oh, we've got a skeleton. That's rude. Oops, I got some arrows in me. So, yeah, wings are awesome. But they ain't cheap. So, make sure you plan ahead and get your mending book and your Unbreaking 3, and then you can just slap it on like what we've done. I think that about rounds it up for this episode. Now that I got a mic working again, I'll be able to pump out some more videos. So let me know what you'd like to learn next, and I will see you in the next episode. Happy mining, happy crafting. Until next time.